A little fear that the weather seems pretty erratic. Sometimes it's sunny and suddenly it changes, very much like Gulmarg. Then you go on a sunny day and then there is rain and there's drizzle. So I think more sheds like this where people, if they're more tourists, right now we are not so many, but I think we've just occupied these few odd sheds. If they could create more and paid toilets, I'm sure tourists.
These eateries and all should be put up so that people feel like, because we Kashmiris, if I talk about Kashmiris, we are fond of eatables and all. So people from across, we can have varieties for them also.
There is no grass, so they have to work on this, and the water logs are much here, so they have to take care. A lot of care they have to take for this, because it is a well-known tourist spot.
Level of development, is there any development? I have visited this place 4 years back. It was same.
What skiing, kayaking and swimming, you can do lots of it, because the lake out here is far cleaner than that of our Dal Lake in Srinagar.
Help, they will get attracted to this place as compared to other places of the world.
Hello viewers, we welcome you to our channel Pananzeo Panankat. Especially we welcome our viewers abroad. Today we are visiting another beautiful place in Kashmir. This is Manasbal Lake. You can see the beautiful view of this lake. This lake is about 30 kilometers away from Srinagar city and is one of the most beautiful places that you can visit here in Kashmir. This lake is freshwater lake, nevertheless India's deepest freshwater lake in the Himalayan region. This lake is about 5 kilometers long in the form of an elongated water body and is about 1 kilometer broad. This lake is located at 5,000 feet above the sea level. This is at the geographic coordinates of 34 degree north latitude and 74 degree east latitude here in the North Kashmir. You will wonder that this place is fed by snow melt and rain from its catchment area. Besides, there are as many as 1,200 small and large springs within the lake, and the water flows through a narrow channel into the Jahlim River in the later part of this lake. The water of this lake is supplied to the localities for drinking and after filtration, proper filtration. This lake looks awesome, even more beautiful when the lotus flowers bloom in the month of June and July. Though this is a bit of off season right now, but you can see we have visitors here even in this season. The development level of this lake is a bit low. Even in 1997, Worldwide Fund for Nature has also been pushing for the control on pollution to this lake. After that, in 2007, government of Jammu and Kashmir has established Waller and Manasbal Development Council, Development Authority, which was given the work to take care of this lake. Some of dredging and deweeding has happened, but the level of pollution, though it is very low, but it is a threatened lake if we do not take proper care of this lake. What is your good name?
I'm Nazma Bhatt.
Which place you are from?
I'm from Srinagar.
So after visiting this beautiful place, what is your take on it? How do you feel?
It's a beautiful place. I don't understand why people are admiring other places of the world. There is nothing more beautiful than Kashmir. Here, this place gives you a different idea of what nature can be. It is love can be expressed in any number of ways, but if you look at it, it's more than anything else.
What do you think? What is the level of development around this lake, which can attract more tourists abroad and from other parts of the country?
See, unfortunately, people are not so close to this place. It has not been developed to the extent, but eventually, if people, even from the Srinagarites, own people, if they started discovering this place, there are many things to be done here. But overall, if we just look at the overall spectrum of this place, we have beautiful, look of the lake. We have beautiful springs, underwater spring, and the most important, the lake is clean, beautiful. There is no pollution. It seems natural. So development can also add a factor to it, but eventually it is the way it is beautiful.
What do you think? How far this lake can be good for water sports like skiing?
It can be wonderful experience if people will enjoy all different types of skiing, water rafting and other things here in this place. People will have, they will get attracted to this place as compared to other places of the world.
What is your message to the people in general and government in particular?
Particularly in government, I would like to say that this place is not developed to the extent as far as restaurants or other things are concerned. Even the development of the park, there can be many fun activities for children, and it is not so much discovered by the people of Srinagar first. People should come, particularly the people of Srinagar should come to this place so that they explore it. It's very beautiful. The park is beautiful. They should come and visit it.
Hello sir, what is your good name?
Yeah, my name is Khurshid Ali.
Sir, you have visited this beautiful place in Kashmir. What is your take on its beauty and the level of development which has happened over here for the last couple of years?
First and foremost is that every place you move around in Kashmir is beautiful, and this is one of them. The thing is that I've been but I've been a frequent visitor of this place. I do visit at least twice a year, at times maybe with my family as well. So it's one of the beautiful places, and it's the area out here to move around is a bit, it's quite confined. But still it's wonderful, it's beautiful. You got a beautiful lake in front of you, and then the development, of course, it's taken place. If I remember, I go back say 7-8 years, this sort of development was not there. There were no parapet, there were not these recreational boards and these recreational areas for the children and all. These were not there. There's a restaurant and many shops here. But the thing is that it needs to be kept clean. That's important. And every time the thing is that we talk about the government, that the government needs to do that, government needs to do that. Of course, government, they are doing their part. But in the meantime, more important is, it's the responsibility of every citizen of Kashmir that they need to take care at their levels. For example, if they come around, better is not to litter, and in fact, with that you do a bit of your responsibility. So when we try to keep it clean, so certainly that will ease up the things for the government to keep it clean and make it more developed.
What kind of prospectus is there for the development of water sports in this lake?
Fantastic, huge. I remember it was around 2016. I was here for 3-4 days. I guess 3 nights, 4 days I was here. And I remember I'd been to other side of the lake. I was fishing there. So there were 5 youngsters who were second-year students. They came down early in the morning and they jumped into the river and then started swimming. And trust me, in a very first go, they just crossed half the lake and came back. But technically, when they came back, so being out of compulsion, like being a teacher, I called all of them and I told them, see, you're doing a beautiful job. You in single go, you've gone across and came back. But the thing is that you lack techniques. So then I spared the time, I gave them the techniques and all. So I think that was my responsibility. And immediately then I asked them to go back again to the lake and take a swim. So there was a lot of change. They could say, sir, yes, it's now easier. So the thing is that they were just locals. So there's a tremendous amount of potential that's hidden in these surrounding areas and in the mountains. You can develop the youth to a far, far extent. You can imagine the youth who's come down and straight away jumped into the lake and then done it half the way. So like if they are trained enough, they give them the proper training and properties and all, certainly there's a huge prospectus.
So sports like water skiing, swimming competition, shikara competition can easily be conducted here?
Like as far as water skiing is concerned, of course you can go for, because the lake is the the area of the lake is quite huge, so you can go for the water skiing. And besides that, the kayaking could be done out here. Water skiing, kayaking, and swimming. You can do lots of it because the lake out here is far cleaner than that of our Dal Lake in Srinagar, or even it's cleaner than Nagin Lake. There's no sewage going into the lake and all. But yes, of course, at the peripheries, this got certain things to clean up and make it more clean, and that will certainly help to develop the sport as well.
Alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum assalam, sir.
You have visited this beautiful place. What is your take on it?
Nature is always beautiful and it has that aesthetic pleasure to it. It is cure to all, and yes, an escape from the mundane, from the routine, and just a source to rejuvenate yourself.
So Kashmir is all over beautiful. How do you differentiate between other places with that of Manasbal Lake here?
See, when I say nature, nature is everywhere, but let's talk about the busy life that we have in cities, even in villages nowadays. But yes, this is your calm, serene, placid, beautiful, this cold breeze, this drizzle, everything, this makes you feel rejuvenated, close to nature, that yes, you can have the time for yourself and revel in the moment.
Great. How do you feel the level of development around this lake?
Level of development? Is there any development? I have visited this place 4 years back. It was just for this, connect this bridge, that's it.
What is your message to people via vis-a-vis government?
My message, we should be kind to nature. We should live in harmony with nature. Because there is this Wordsworth's beautiful poem. It says what man has done to man. When we harm nature, we're actually harming ourselves. And yes, cleanness, safai, iman ka hissa hai. So let's be clean, let's keep our surroundings clean, let's keep our waters clean. That's it.
How are you?
I'm good.
What's your name, please?
My name is Sajjad.
Sajjad sir, you have visited this beautiful place. What is your take on it? How do you feel after visiting this place?
Sir, basically when I came in the morning, it is very good. The weather is very good and the lush green grass. I'm enjoying it fullest.
What is your take on the level of development around Manasbal Lake, because it's one of the beautiful lakes in Kashmir?
Well, what I feel, they have to work a lot on this, because I see that somewhere it's a lush green and on some there is no grass, so they have to work on this, and the water logs are much here, so they have to take care, a lot of care they have to take for this, because it is a well-known tourist spot, and really I wish that government should really care for this.
So which things you enjoyed at this place from the morning?
Right now I am with my friends enjoying staying on the grass. That's it.
Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam.
And what is your name?
I'm Rehana.
From which place?
From Srinagar.
So Rehana ma'am, how do you feel after visiting this beautiful lake Manasbal?
It's one of the most beautiful places in Srinagar. I think people who come to Srinagar, who come to India, who come to Kashmir, they must visit this place. It's amazing. The Shikara ride is amazing, but in a weather like this, we can't go across.
So you like Shikara ride here?
I do, yes.
And what about this lotus and the flowers?
Beautiful. See, it's looking so beautiful. People from any part of the world would love to come and visit this place at least once in their lifetime.
What is the level of development? How would you grade that?
It's still going on. It's yet to reach that level where we want it to be.
What is your message to people in general and tourism department in particular?
Tourism department should take particular steps to increase the beauty, to enhance the beauty of the place. It's already very beautiful naturally, but there are steps that should be taken to attract more and more tourists all across the world.
Which facilities you feel we are short of at this place?
Certain games, I think, for kids, which will attract more and more kids. Certain restaurants, maybe these eateries and all, should be put up so that people feel like, because we Kashmiris, if I talk about Kashmiris, we are fond of eatables and all. So people from across, we can have varieties for them also, so that they also feel like home here.
Hello ma'am.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Thank God. What's your name, please?
I'm Saira Rasa. I'm a resident of Srinagar.
Thank you, ma'am. So you have visited this beautiful place in Kashmir. What is your take on it? How do you feel after visiting this place?
Breathtakingly beautiful. Makes you feel very profound. There's some kind of a healing force that this lake has. But yet, I can see these beautiful, very picturesque. But you know, these line of these weeping willows get me thinking. One has heard a lot of stories regarding mishaps, and I believe the water, the body here is pretty deep, and perhaps many people have shed tears, and hence the weeping willows. And of course, the lovely breeze today, and then there is a beautiful little ziyarat. If you take a shikara and you go across to the island, and I think that's there. And a lot of hospitable people, the neighborhood, they'll always come to you and ask if you want to have a meal, and they fry the fish for you, the water fish, and you can have a good lunch. Very beautiful, very nice, and very unspoilt. I've been here years back. I don't think there's any new construction, so I must compliment the government that it's kept the position as status quo. They haven't destroyed the natural beauty with too much of concrete and construction. So very beautiful.
So let's hope these waters do not trouble you at all. But what steps can government take to attract more tourists to this place?
Well, the Swachh Bharat campaign is on, and I think when there's a destination so far off and there are no hotels, I think tourists need good toilets and rooms where they can just freshen up a bit. Also, my little fear that the weather seems pretty erratic. Sometimes it's sunny and suddenly it changes, very much like Gulmarg. Then you go on a sunny day and then there is rain and there's drizzle. So I think more sheds like this where people, if there are more tourists, right now we are not so many, but I think we've just occupied these few odd sheds. If they could create more and paid toilets, I'm sure tourists won't mind, because maintaining things are difficult. And what else? Someone who could give a little kind of historical background, or any other information that the tourists would like to know, because one is guessing, and if someone can explain, and also cultivate the garden a little more. It seems quite bare. I know we are close to autumn, but even then, even home gardens have more flowers than you see around, except a bit here. So better, more, what should I say, the Mughal flowers at a time, which is more you find in the Mughal art, would look nice than the municipal flowers like marigold and all, if they could replace it with that.
Ma'am, what do you think? What is the scope of water sports in this lake?
Well, I can see the shikaras, but I personally feel that it won't be such a great idea, because I think the currents are quite strong and dangerous, and the depth is maybe a certain area. The people who have researched about this lake would know which part is dangerous. So maybe they could barricade it with some kind of a line or something where the sports could take place there. It would be nice, and strict monitoring of course no garbage should be thrown. Maybe even these sheds could have nice beautiful khatam band. Why not? They look very bare and they they just wooden, but we could beautify them. And maybe a few, if people don't get too destructive, some poles which are paper mache poles or something, keeping more to the art of the UT now, not state anymore.
This lake is so beautiful. You feel so serene when you visit this place. You feel so calm. You feel so peaceful. We wish that people, especially from Kashmir, should visit this place, and people from India and abroad should also visit this place. We are very thankful to our viewers for encouraging us to disseminate this information via our channel Pananzeo Pananka. Viewers, thank you for encouraging us, for viewing us, and for sharing our channel. Share it again. Thank you.